Hey, look, most men, especially in today's society, deal with bad relationship after bad relationship after bad relationship. I get it. I was there too. But the thing is, it's not because it's just an accident or happenstance. The main reason is because you don't know how to properly choose a woman. All right. Now let me explain to you. Let me break it down to you. Okay. Most of the time, there was red flags that was there the whole entire time. But there's three main caveats that guys just, for some reason, and myself included, it just stops us in our track to where we can't get towards that good, healthy relationship that we've been searching for. All right. Now, I'm going to explain to you today how to stop making those three mistakes and to finally find, like how I did myself, finally find that woman who you can say that you can create a family with and be with for the rest of your life. All right. Now, listen up. Most men have never been properly taught how to actually choose a woman. You've been taught how to get a woman. You didn't heard some pickup lines or heard some internet guru come on and tell you how to approach women or how you should come up to them or what to say or how you should say it. And you get the woman for a day, you have her for a night, however long. But you know how it goes. Eventually, it's a countdown until the relationship ends. You want to break that cycle, all right? But the whole entire time, there was things that she was telling you, not directly, but covertly, through her behaviors or through her actions, or you just wasn't getting the results that you wanted, but you ignored that. We're going to stop that right now today. All right. So the first thing that always gets most guys is the attraction trap. Okay. The saying that men fall in love at first sight. Okay. I fell in love at first sight. You ever hear a woman say that? No. It's usually your men that are talking about falling in love at first sight. Why is that? Because you saw how great she looked. You saw how beautiful she was and how amazing that body looks. And you kind of even couldn't believe it yourself that she's talking to me. Like, man, she's out of my league. You hear guys say that all the time, right? This woman's out of my league. Oh my goodness, I can't believe that. I'm so lucky to have her, right? Guys usually talk like that. So you get hung up on the looks, and she's disrespecting you, she's not treating you right, or she's not giving you the love of a level of someone that's really generally interested in you, but you ignore all of that because you're so afraid of losing this super hot chick that you have. You got to stop doing that to yourself and understand and know the man that you are and understand that the value that you bring to the relationship, because you got to be bringing some type of value, and then you take that and you move on to the next. Okay, you gotta stop being hung up off of the only one good looking chick that you think you can get. That's false. You can move on to another chick that's more beautiful, that's slimmer, tighter, younger, better than her. All right, stop punishing yourself with fear of losing a hot chick, because I guarantee you she's not the only one in the world. The second track, or the second thing that men tend to really get them into this bad relationship cycle or years and years of bad relationship with a woman is they ignore red flags. You know, basically, what I'm saying is you're not upholding the woman to the standards that you set her to meet. Everybody has standards, okay? Women are famous for this. They will have standards and they will leave you like that if you don't meet those standards. So why are you, as the man in the relationship, allowing her to break your standards, allowing her to fall short of your expectations, but you keep sweeping it under the rug and ignoring it and looking past it. Okay? A lot of that is because of the first thing, the attraction trap. But even if she's hot, or even if she's sweet to you, you're overlooking things, and eventually it's going to snowball and just delay. You're just delaying the inevitable. These red flags leads to bigger red flags, and then next thing you know, the relationship is over. But you saw this early on, but you ignored it because you didn't hold fast to your standard. You know what the standard is. You see her breaking it, okay? Whatever that standard is that you set for yourself and for your woman to meet, all right? And of course, that includes that you had to uphold yourself up to your standards. But if you had got to uphold your standards, then of course she likewise has to uphold her end of the bargain. And if she's not doing that, she's not the one for you. You gotta go. Or either she gotta go, one of the two. But it's not gonna be a very peaceful relationship for you. All right. And for men's mental health, you need to have peace in your house. And you have to be the man in the relationship, not her. You have to be the man in the relationship. And just be a man and stand up for yourself. And if she's not sticking to your standards, if she's not meeting your expectations, I'm not saying that she has to be your servant and slave or nothing like that. God forbid that. But what I'm saying is reasonable things, right? Um, hey, it's 12 o'clock, midnight. I just want to know, like, where you at. I'm not saying having curfews, right? That's probably not the best example, but that may be the example for you. And a woman may not like to hear that. And hey, that's fine, but I would just like to know where you're at. And why is it a habit that every Friday and Saturday and sometimes on Sundays, that may be your standard. Another man's standard might be you can go ahead and do whatever you want. But why are you always coming back with other guys that are drunk and I never see with females? That may be a standard. Now, that may offend some women, but that's fine. You can go ahead off and do your own thing. I just don't do that in my relationships, as an example, right? So you got to have a standard. You can't let women shame you for having high standards in a relationship. Okay, I'm going to say that again for the men sitting in the back. You cannot let a woman shame you for having high standards in your relationship. Set your standards, make your standards and your expectations known up front early on in the beginning, and you don't got to be mean, you don't got to be a jerk about it. You just say, hey, this is, what I expect out of my future wife. This is these are the type of women that I get into relationships with. And, you got the freedom to do whatever you want. But if you do these things here, just understand, I don't date those type of women. I don't marry those type of women. I don't court those type of women. And you leave it at that. That's that. So number one, the attraction trap. Number two, ignore red flags. And number three, okay, a lot of guys make this mistake. A lot of guys, especially in modern days, make this mistake, is trying to fix a woman. AKA, you think that you're Captain Super Saver. Oh, well, I said YouTube algorithm, right? But you're trying to be running in, trying to save her, and she don't want to be saved. You got to stop that, okay? I can't tell you how many guys waste so much time trying to change this woman or trying to work with this woman or even trying the vice versa, trying to change yourself to fit to her. That's even worse. But the fact of the matter is, you are who you are, and she is who she is. When someone shows you who they are, believe them. Stop trying to change the woman into who you want her to be. You can guide the woman. Okay, that's why they call it the groom. You can groom her. You can tell her, look, that falls into number two. These are my expectations. These are my standards. I start raising red flags when I see these things. All right. But the thing about that is, you cannot change, you cannot fundamentally change a woman who she is. There's a saying that you can't turn a 304 into a housewife. That's a saying for a reason, because many have tried and almost all have failed. Why do you think that your chances are going to be so much higher or different? Okay? You're not as different as you think you are. Stop trying to save these women and fix them. Okay? You want to pick the woman that's good running from the start. All right? So, choosing wrong has costs, okay? It can cost you your time. I can't tell you the years that I spent the last 20 years wasted by me choosing the wrong woman. And I know you've been there too. That's why you're here watching this. Your mental health, oh my gosh, your mental health, definitely physically, definitely spiritually, but like it wears on your mind so hard by choosing the wrong woman. It's a major headache. And do I even have to mention money? Okay, especially if you're a provider type like myself, the money, the dates, all of these, like it adds up. You're like, I could use that $200 right now, but because you choose wrong, poof, you don't get a refund for choosing wrong in a relationship. Okay, you don't get a refund for that. That's just the L. So you might want to stop that cycle of keep choosing wrong again and again and again. You can have that good relationship if you know how to properly choose. Okay. So you got to stop falling for those three traps, though. That the looks, the lust of the eye, the looks, ignoring your own standards, and then thinking that you can save her, trying to fix her, trying to change her. Okay. So the whole entire time, you didn't have a woman problem. You just had a selection problem. You have the criteria. You know what you want in a woman. Stick to the standard and stop violating your own standard that you set for her to follow and enforce it. If she's not following you, she's not the one for you. Okay? So now it's time for you to do something about it. If you want to do something about it, if you're serious about this and you're still watching at this point, go ahead, subscribe to this community. I'm building this community. All right. I got a personal page, but I specifically came up with this channel because I want to make a community of determined men that are family based and want to perpetuate their seed into the next generations to come. And if you're serious about that, you got to be serious about finding the woman that's going to bear your children and bear your seed to come. So you want to learn this modern masculinity and how to master yourself as a man, as a masculine man, go ahead, subscribe, like the channel, like the video, and tell me what you think down below. Tell me your experiences down below. Peace, love, blessings. I'm out.